we are going to be toiling around a little bit on Eorzea, and then we're gonna be going to our last zone. And I'm not spoiling any of that just yet. Nope, no spoilers there. Oh god, I haven't played this in almost like 2 weeks. I've been so obsessed with Fire Emblem Three Hopes that I've just been playing that every moment I get. And so I might be a little rusty. Just a little rusty, but we'll do it. We'll get through it. Hey BB10. Finally we're back to this. Like I said, I haven't really played this in a couple weeks, so even offline I've been just Fire Emblem. Just Fire Emblem. But it's fine, it's fine. A little rusty, but okay. Let me check my retainers anyways. What is this? Oh. Fellowship. Alright. Just gonna check the retainers here. Alright, so they're not down there. Okay. So I guess we just do New Game Plus, resume. And I'm gonna go light a candle. Actually, while you're getting your drink, tell. Okay, shit, you're not there. You're not there. I'm gonna go warm up this heating pad for my neck because I did something to my neck and I sleep at night and it's, I don't know, there's a muscle pull or something. And then we'll get started. It's a minute and a half. Might as well get the bathroom while I'm at it. Alright, let's light this candle. The cats have been stinking me out of the house lately. Nashu, you sit there. Don't you be bugging me to come play with you. Let's play with mine. Alright, here we go. Finally, we're back. You're back. Nashu's been driving me crazy lately. She plays on the stairs because there's no like backing, you know, between the stairs, so it's like basically a straight drop down. So it's air, and she plays on them. But then she wants me to go and play with her, and she's been crying. She cries for me to go play with her on the stairs because she like rolls around and like hangs from the bottom of the stairs by two paws, and she's just crazy. But she wants me to go play with her over there all the time now. First thing in the morning, crying for mommy to go play with her on the stairs. Alright, so we need to go as Heavens Burn. But then she gets herself all tired out. She's all tired out now. Cats. Alright. I got my heating pad on my neck because I don't know what the heck I've been doing. Sleeping weird. I don't think I'm sleeping more weird than normal, but ugh. And it's like cracking really doesn't fix it, so I don't know. Where do I need to go? And yes, I'm having a couple drinks today. I'm having a couple drinks today. It was a busy work week. No, cracking didn't cause it. It's the muscle. Cracking makes it feel better. Wait, where? Oh, I'm not actually on the quest. It's the muscle. I can tell it's a muscle, and I did something to it. I don't know. Alright, here we go. So, have you learned aught more of the final days? Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Fortunately, during your time on the First, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alice and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all the reasons they visited, Locus Aminus is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Estinian, and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Motoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon, an ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Fortuno and to the people of Razat Han. Following their discussion, Vitra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far, so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage to the Hainish refugees to the tower, Alphino, Alice, Estinian, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. The trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now? The final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Fortuno. Then, panic broke out, and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Rislin. Please, you must help them. Oh, yes. Yes, we're going to Garlic Malt again. Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you'd best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you had best take every possible precaution. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hoo boy. Oof. This heating pad on my neck is just like, ugh. So nice. So nice. Alright, so. Man. When is the 15th? It's the 15th. 13th next Friday? Ugh! That's when Pokemon Puzzle League is releases. Pokemon Puzzle League. Can't wait. I can't wait. Uh-oh. Rislin, and not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but it's events on the ground that concern me. Well, it is red. As you will have heard, your fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greetings short after we received word from our troops that the Magnaglackis, that the Forum's airship has landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route. But we will discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart? Not really. My glasses are all smudged. When are my new glasses coming? Seriously, I ordered them last week. Ugh. Uh-oh. Several cutscenes. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Earlier on the Magnaglackis. Yeah, they're all scratched up pretty bad. Uh-oh. Welp.
No. No. We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
What is that?
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
If only your kids were there. Very spoopy.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
Oh, great. I forgot. I have to play Alphino. I don't like playing some of these other characters. Alright, well, what are the... Well, hold on. I gotta see what these things do.
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Okay. I guess.
Help is at hand.
Little Lord. Yeah. Oops, that wasn't right. There we go. Uh-oh.
Leave it to me.
There we go. Uh-oh. I don't know how to play a Sage. I should have just done easy mode. I am the little lord. What the heck? Oh no. What can I do? Well, I'm gonna try and kill these things.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Oh, that's a dot. I'll get through it. It's fine. I've got heals. All is not lost. Alright, I gotta help these peoples.
You're safe now. Easy now. Deep breaths.
Worry
Okay.
not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Well, Alphino can't do that. Uh-oh. At least he ran out of the way. Uh-oh. Oh man, Estinian's getting his ass beat. Damn it. Shit. I don't know if this is enough. Shit. Don't die, Estinian. Shit. Alright. Spam heals. What's lewd? What is lewd? The monster? It has a butt. Well, I would hope so. It needs to poop, right? You can't poop without a butt.
But not hard enough.
Although I'm fairly sure there are some type of organisms that poop out of their mouth. I think. I seem to recall in biology. So, that's super lewd. Oof.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape! Wait, that's
who?
Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
Alright, it's Euless, the punk, but he's alright now.
Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
That's what I'm saying.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Oh, now I gotta play as Yalisei. Okay, well at least I kinda understand. Oh. Wait, where's my, I don't even know. This is not set up anything like my red mage. I am a small princess. There we go. This isn't really working like regular red mage. There we go. Oops.
Today.
This is gonna take forever to kill this guy. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Why is Graha not healing me? Come on.
None to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
Uh-oh.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
I gotta heal. I don't want to die. Oh, you mean Graha? Yeah, he's just fighting. There we go.
On guard.
What? It only did one. Are you serious? Alright, it did. I did hit my limit break. I'm like, what? It didn't do anything.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Oh shit. What? Come on, I thought I was done fighting. Oh no.
Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them! Not a one! This will be a brighter future! I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Man, my throat is kind of parched. You know what that means. You know what that means.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
There I am. There I am.
Oh.
I'm back. Oh no, was she crying?
I can look after myself, you know.
Uh-huh.
Everything's in order? I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble! Come on!
Oh, finally. Okay, here. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I haven't done this in forever.
Just the beginning.
Oh, he dead. Oh shit, what's this?
I had a feeling I'd find you here. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
Oh, it's gonna take forever. What is this? Oh.
On your feet.
Man, I wish I had more sun chips. The husband ate them all. I had a whole bag. I had a whole bag of sun chips, you guys, and they're gone. No, I did. I said I wish I had more. The husband ate all my sun chips. I went in and the bag, there was just crumbs. Barely anything. I'm super hungry today. That's alright though. I'm making taco bowls for dinner.
Where were we?
I should have, but you would have eaten them both then. I can't have any snacks in the house. They don't last long. I have to buy something that he won't eat, like he won't like, and there's not much that we both, like either of us just don't like, you know? We like the same stuff. More or less, more or less.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
They're going to the moon.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
That charlatan. Okay, fine, charlatans.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
What about Euless?
Behind you! Just there!
More of them.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Ugh!
Xenos! Here!
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
I thought we were done with him.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
Seriously.
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
You better not.
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Eulus. Stop.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Oof. Well, that was a burn.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish.
How did we get here? I don't remember.
Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
All right.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Dinian spitting facts. Boy, alright, I need a drink. I need a drink. And I need to heat up this heating pad for my neck, so give me a second to do this. Oh, I mean, it's feeling better, but it still needs some, it needs more. I found a new snack. They've been in there a while. I don't know why I haven't eaten them yet, but they're spicy queso flavored popcorn crisps. I don't know. Something. No more sun chips, but I guess these will do for now. Alright. That the final days should manifest here too, after everything these people have suffered, is a fate cruel beyond words. Nevertheless, with allies old and new at our side, there is yet reason to be hopeful. We could have saved them all. But if we'd arrived any later, it would have been a massacre. Things were looking bleak until you and the first showed up. Or turned up. Alright, let's just get out of here. To see Zeno standing there so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind. Looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about that. It's good to see you again. What? That was only one quest? It was almost an hour! It was almost an hour and we only got through one quest. Yeah, these are alright. Not the best, but they're alright.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
Sorry if there's crunching in the background.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuno Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships are taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Almost done with the crunching. Sorry, guys.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
What?
Did you hear something just now?
No, I don't have cat ears. Oh no.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
Pudding way.
Dawn
may banish even the darkest night. And to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
Because it's a silly scene?
Is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetherius. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Oh.
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Help us help you. Oh my gosh.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
No, he didn't know.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well. Wilt thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
I like how much of a smartass they allow you to be. Puddingway's still freaking out in the back there.
Settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
There's Puddingway. We gotta get her pudding. Gotta get a pudding. I dare say Master Fortuno was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Heidelin's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the Rostra. I don't think there's a quest to get pudding for the puddings. Well, I don't know. They're gonna add the Loporrits as they're not calling them beast quests anymore. I don't know what they're called. Like race I don't know what. They're not called beast quests anymore because we're not dealing with beast tribes anymore. But I'm assuming we'll probably see more of Puddingway when they add those. I think they're tribe quests or something. I don't know. Why am I all the way over here? Uh-oh, my book expired. That's what I get for not logging in for a week and a half. I can't. I got to play some more Fire Emblem. I'm in chapter 11 of 14, and then there's 2 extra chapters, but I have to open them up by recruiting Byleth. But oh yeah, it's my Wondrous Tales. You know, with the stickers. The stickers, and then I can get stuff when I fill them up. And okay, get a new book. Yeah, more or less. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Vitheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loporrits a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Kryl tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? Oh boy. You guys got enough time? This is gonna take a while for me to explain. Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasha are one and the same, this all but proves Nadana's theory. For an entity, through sheer force of emotion, to channel this vast, dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Yes, all of those things. Meteon. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose: the destruction of Vitheris. then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteion and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are 2 conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vanna, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Vanna you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Atheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteion? The Vanna I know would never give up. That's my impression, too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So, what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. And communing with Hydaelyn must by necessity come first. Did you and Master Montoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted the help of Arenvald and other Echo-blessed allies. We couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the antitower. Master Montoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea built closer to home. Sorry to interrupt, but we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. And Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Alright. I would talk to everybody, but we've got to push through. We are only at outside help. We started at As the Heaven Burns, and we're just in the second quest of the stream, and it's an hour in. I don't even know if we're going to get to the dungeon today. No, it's not a space dungeon. There is a dungeon coming up, and it isn't in space. I can tell you that. I do need another drink, though. I'm running out of booze, though. I'm running out of vodka, so I can only have so many more. What is you in space? You love the idea there that the stuff's, like, going into the cosmos here. That Meteion's nest is at the edge of the universe. I don't know how the hell we're gonna get there, but... No, not for a second. The Forum is in session, and as such, the Rostra is closed to visitors. A sign of the 7th dawn. Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Yeah, whatever. Look at this. I'm gonna run in here like this. You guys can't do nothing about it. Nope. I got my weapon out. You gonna kick me out now, huh? I'm just exercising my Second Amendment right. That's all I'm doing. I'm gonna guess this is gonna be placed.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
Of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well.
Of course he does.
As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell? Do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Of course, they're gonna pick and choose.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
Yeah, really.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Okay, well. Hopefully at least, what?
How many have you had?
2! Why are you looking at my screen? Go away!
28 against. The ayes have it. For Chanot, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
What do you mean, but wait? Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both the means of communing with Heidelin and reaching Medion, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. To ferry the people from Aetheris to the moon, basically. So it's a spaceship to get the people from here to the moon. But, oh, you mean for us? What do we want to use the Ark for? You just gotta keep watching. You just gotta keep watching. And I gotta go get another drink. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Chewy. Hold on. I gotta show you a picture of this chew. Chewy. I need to take a picture of you. This is Chewy. Chewy. It's going on the server. Alright. Oh, I need my drink. My drink. This is going on the server. There we go. Chewy is very comfortable right now. Chewy, you ain't moving, are you, boo-boo? That is the husband's chair, yes it is. And he's sleeping all over it. And then when the husband comes to sit down, Chewy's like, I'll cut you. You're not making me move. I'll bite. Because he don't want us to move him. As instructed, I shall take you to see the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archaeon. I trust you can make your own way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? To Labyrinthos it is. Alright, where are we going? Going underground. Oh yeah, that would definitely lure him away. That would definitely work. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archaon's lift. Step inside and have Ophaline take you to the medial circuit. Alright, fine. You wish to use a lift, yes? Yes, I do. Why, yes, I do. I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Mirial Ergonomics. Actually, there is something I have been meaning to. No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. What have you been what are you talking about, Papa Fortuno? Papa Olivier. What is this music? What is going on with this music? Well, yeah, we gotta talk to Heidelin. Over here, I think. Kinda, but they kinda... I don't know. Heidelin isn't exactly easy to get a hold of right now. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here, being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on. How do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. 'Tis all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiarch, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Ever since Heidelin unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Atheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos, in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Then let us proceed. Alright. By decree of the Forum, the Signs of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Dankol, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Kokol Dankol? What the? That's gotta be a lot. That's gotta be a Lalafell. It's gotta be. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I could swap them out. No. Been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Kokol, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes. That does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
Don't worry, he'll show up at some
Even
point.
out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable.
Oh, that was Chewie.
Yet they are commensurately massive.
Clawing up my chair. Chewie, come here.
It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Teeny tiny toy boat.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamit's construction and launch.
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in, like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it, though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with.
Troy, you can't. Why you?
Drive calls from Ragnar
God, he's all over me.
terminals. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
He can't get comfortable, so he's like keeps stepping all over me.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
What are you doing, Boo-Boo?
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Okay, now get down. Oh my god, Cat, no, you're digging your claws into me. No! He's got his back leg on my neck. Seriously. Chewy. Alright. You want me to go fetch the Watsits?
That
What are
may
you
be
doing,
for the best,
Boo-Boo?
though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
What?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this? Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
The Lord Commander, you say?
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Yes,
Magical
Emmerich.
artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all,
What?
and do be careful.
What is he crying about, Chewie?
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite.
Alright, get down. Get down. I was playing with them.
Next steps, shall we?
And I think he was getting frustrated. Best get used to it, Papa. Gotta get used to it. Your son is, he's gonna surpass you. He's got something you don't. Got something you don't. It's times like these we're reminded of how famous, or infamous, our Alpha No has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Oh my god, only 3 quests. 2 hours in! And we've only finished 2 quests! We're not getting to the dungeon today. I don't think we're getting to the dungeon. Uh-oh. Meanwhile in Ulda. Here we go. And 3 drunks. Yes! Speaking of which, I might need another drunk. But I'm out of my good vodka.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and brass blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials.
I just drained that
Here,
glass.
guys, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world.
If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Oh boy. Are we going to each one? Are we going to each one? I'm gonna get another drink while this goes. I'll be back. I'll be back. Just let it run.
What treats?
What are we ordering for dinner tonight?
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiencies so plain to see.
What?
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the
I'm
shard.
back.
I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will
Got
be
it. I
stronger
gave-
if we fight this fight together.
That's her last name, Hext. Everybody's coming together, that's what it is. You know what? I'm getting more of those.
Then I will
those
impose
chips.
upon you
I'll be
with
back.
a clear conscience.
You're not
Come.
that bad.
Let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
Hey, it's my Friday. Mm-hmm.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalima.
Mm-hmm. See, look everywhere. Now in Kurthus. No. These are those spicy queso ones I was eating earlier. Sun chips are gone.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Or chiffon. No. Hold on, I didn't take my nose spray today. Ah, it's better.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Dad, these cutscenes are taking forever. Can I kill something yet?
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
But I gotta kill me.
Is that?
I gotta kill Medion.
Hancock?
Ooh, Sauron.
What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Yes. Oh, finally on our fourth quest. Let me take my first sip of my fourth drink. All right, let's go. I was talking about Chewie. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service? Ha! You've already done more than enough! If I had to say though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. If only Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Graha established a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Pah! They'll lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. I was chatting about Chewie. He's not very soft. He is a very soft boy, but he is pokey. Oh, he's back on the chair. Chewie, you back on the chair? Don't you bite. I just gave you TREATS's. Okay. What? From what I can tell, a lot of the people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scarlet Matashane mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the Aetheryte once our work is done. Alright. Silken Grin. Whose name is Silken Grin? Hello. Are you one of their new helpers? Working on the ether burner? Oh dear. I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on their plate as it is, but with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when, a lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fortuno and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? You know, I'm gonna make a bet that every single one of the 99 people in the forum are getting on that ship. That's every single one! And their families! That's some bullshit right there, right? Can you imagine if Gabu wouldn't be allowed on that ship? Gabu! They're not gonna allow Gabu on that ship, and you know it! I know! I mean, all we did to save him. Helping out the Ark. Well, even with all the power Master Coco's managed to squeeze out of the ether burner, it's still not enough, apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying, and there will be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan, and all will be well. I hope so. I hope so. Actually, I hope we don't even have to use the moon as a spaceship. I hope we can just save Aetheris. Offering to help. That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly lists of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such a limited capacities thus far. To be perfectly honest, I have not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous, looming giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that beheaded rabbit that ran by. That beheaded rabbit that ran by. Hey, it's Living Way. Hold on. Fancy meeting you here, Rislin. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is Aetheris itself, though we now find ourselves in sort of a funny, underground, miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Urianger and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? Oh boy. A tour of Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway's burrow, it would be in our best interest to have the Loporrits acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Sharlayan collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing, rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture. What a marvelous idea! Might we begin with that great big Watson over there? Over yonder? Ah, yes, the What's-It. I shall leave its explanation to Rizlin. You know what? Thanks, Ariane. Thanks. Alright. The Lockwood's technical expertise doth far outstrip our own. We would be wise to allow them to form their own conclusions as to the function of the various apparatus, rather than offer uninformed suppositions of our own. Unless, that is, unbeknownst to me, thou art possessed of surpassing knowledge concerning this construction and operation of advanced Charlian What's-Its? Goodness me! To build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. No. I'm perfectly fine. I'm totally fine. I'm not slurring my words. There is in no way. Yeah, I'm slurring my words. I'm totally slurring my words. Alright, so what am I doing here? Tanks? It's a little hard to see from here, but is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? And I see through that window another pipe at the bottom. Ah, this must be for purifying water drawn up from below. Let's see, what else we got? Is that water I hear from inside that great big tube? It must be because of those cogs in that gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. There's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside, too. Hey, that's basically a water tower. That looks like the trees in Greatest Endsvale. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Yes, it is a water tower. They're all over the place. Every city and village in the area has a water tower. That's how I know half the time what city I'm in. By the water tower. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it! A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us Loporrits, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling establishment. We have read, however, that peoples of Atheris sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Well, many settlements in Thanalin are built near an oasis. So wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far more than we'd anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order, once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtained their water in the first place. Master Alphino spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logisticon Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Loporits will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes! That sounds absolutely splendid! We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlian Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We would not help but notice, or we could not help but notice, the many dangerous-looking creatures with big, nasty teeth lurking behind the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by burly custodians? Were we not escorted here by burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big, nasty teeth, Loporits may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to Logisticon Alpha? For my part, I shall act as escort to Living Way and Cooking Way. I entrust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. I'm not drunk. I'm I'm pleasantly buzzed. I'm pleasantly buzzed. Hold on. Alright, there we go. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. I don't know about that. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, Growing Way, to the water extraction What's-it? I needed way more carbs on my stomach for all this booze I've been drinking. Way more carbs to soak up the alcohols. Why are you sharing my shame, huh? Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction What's-it is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Hey, I'm drinking today, so I won't drink on Sunday. Because, today is the weigh-in day, and I'm continuing to lose weight, which is very, very good, but now I get to celebrate with a few drinks, and we're having burrito bowls, and we're having, like, you know, snacks and stuff, and then I gotta be good for the rest of the week. So today is basically my cheat day. Including the booze. There we go. Yeah, it's good. This diet we're on is actually really working. I don't know how, but it's working. No, it's not. My friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the lift's top. Pray follow me. What? Let's go up there. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say something, but it makes no sense. Alright. Forgive me for asking, but are we any closer to the kitchens? Coming to think of it, why am I even here? Atmospheric manipulators are hardly my area of expertise. Marvelous! Simply marvelous! So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. We're all very lucky that Aetheris just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. No, see, if I actually typed what I wanted to type, it would make me look even worse. So I decided to spare myself the embarrassment and not type it. You know what? And that right there shows you that I am not drunk. Because if I was drunk, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm going for it. So I'm not drunk. I'm just buzzed. I'm just buzzed. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where is the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Muriel Ergonomics. As I imagine Singing Wei and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus, wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, buzzed and blessed! Perfect! I love it. Yes, that sounds so much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Urianger was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, Aetheris will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us brook no further delay. Overly verbose. That's Urianger in a nutshell. Alright. I'm looking forward to that taco salad. That's really taco salad. Taco bowl. I'm looking forward to that taco bowl. Man. How do we get out of here? Damn it, that's not a door. There we go. Well, this is the fourth. No, I don't know if I'm gonna have any more drinks. I finished up my Pepsi can. If I open up another Pepsi can, then it's just gonna be more calories, and I said I can only allot one can of Pepsi not Pepsi. Why do I keep saying Pepsi? 7-Up. One can of 7-Up calories today. That's it. I don't drink Pepsi. It's too The husband likes Pepsi, but I don't like Pepsi. It's way too sweet. It's gross. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crop without permission are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with a few samples. Wait, put into pies? I don't know about that. No, it's not Pepsi. I don't want to open up another can of 7-Up. So if I had any more booze, it would have to be shots. And you don't want to see me after I've had a few shots. What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here, up there. First on the moon, then on whichever star the Forum decides will become our new home. It's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in our new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where do we begin? Over at this spot. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. Let's see if they are as delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour. It tastes as much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Well, that's certainly given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? Well, I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch. Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next tree. Yes! We gotta bring grapes to space, because that's how we're getting wine. Uh-huh. Orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat! Yes, that's... Equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Ariane about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is... bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I have yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there. Oh yes, wine. Definitely wine. That color, that texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrot? I think these are pumpkins. No? In any case, proper nomenclature. How do you say that word? Nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. Blech! It's so hard and flavorless. I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop, stop, stop! Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. And perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder, though, is there anything even more delicious? How about that fruit, yellow fruit over yonder? We're on agriculture shock. Let's see where that is. Oh man, at the rate we're going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll be lucky if we can even. Yeah. We'll probably be stopping right before the dungeon, which is fine because there's gonna be a dungeon and then a raid. So that would be really good to do with our next stream. What a wondrous fragrance! With luck, it'll have a flavor to match. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. My tongue! Is this poison? A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Maybe sometime before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I had best call it an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. How many quests? We're 6 quests away from the dungeon. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to it today. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges. Less so with the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth, in more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, I would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to, a bit of sick came up there, learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, Lemon Muffin. Do your worst. I'm gonna start calling lemons deceivers. This is delicious! Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving, and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we're to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know what Heidelin sees in your kind. Mankind. The Labyrinths. We were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. What? How can you hate lemon desserts? Lemon pies are the best. Oh my god. Now I gotta go find a lemon pie. Anyways, once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. 'Tis the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect, to be content with what we have and make the most of it. Life gives you lemons? Make lemon muffins! Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Cooking way at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Aetheris' species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Oh, yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive. Probably. Let's go and see if Urianger and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? Life gives you lemons. Ugh! I could fall asleep right here. I could just fall asleep right here. There we go. You know what this calls for? Chocolate-covered espresso beans. Let me go grab a couple. See if that'll help me out here. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. Chewie, what you doing, Mopo? Oh, yeah. Is there anything you do like? You don't like booze? I know what you would like. You would like Sun Chips. I think you would like Sun Chips. Because they're good. Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Just one bean and my eyes already opened up. That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for their cuisine? Well, Limsa Lamensa is the home to the Culinarians Guild and many less safe than savory establishments. You haven't tried them yet, but you would like them. Would that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Aetheris, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Sorry, I'm chewing. I can't read and chew at the same time. Rislin, I trust thy time at Marial Ergonomics did bear fruit. Our own efforts, too, were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them, and us, for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlie and Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Loporrit there should further questions within my power to answer arise. Aww. Alright. Alright. I chewed this espresso bean. Yes, Rislin, that was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Aetherius at Logisticon Alpha, that's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? The Black Shroud is quite leafy indeed, and a place of utmost tranquility. I'm not gonna snort coffee grounds, no. Gasp! Gasp, I say! With the star so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard, yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy of their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Oh, it's Thancred. Thancred? How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the Forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. And we can hardly tell them there is no cause for concern. Perhaps not, though aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. Tis as good a place as any. Come. What? Why does Irianjay look so down? Hold on. Hold on. Gotta crunch. Oh yeah, it's a good crunch. Oh, here we go. Oh wait, hold on. We got what? Chocolate. Oh, I need a sip of something. Sorry. I really need this caffeine. It's gotta push me through at least a couple more quests. Oh, now I can't get the lid on my bottle here. Look, I'm not drunk, okay? I'm not drunk. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. You'd best go with them. I don't think Ariane misjudged him, but Growingway does look like he could use some emotional support. I still have work to complete elsewhere. I trust that I won't return to find any Loporits in tears. This isn't even the worst. You don't even know. You know what? You did not see my drunken Quiet Man stream. That was the worst I was ever on stream. Worst ever. Oh, can I help you? It is you who would help me. Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray, tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see. And what they say of the ship, it's a sum of decades of Charlian ingenuity, that it's built with peerless, elegant technology, is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown it in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage. But even so, if it fails us then, what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the ether burner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but, well, maybe you can tell me if there's any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell to regulate the environment. But what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Aha! Gravitation. Maybe I can be of help after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one great big cosmos, rather than separate places. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yet if Thancred's tale be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail upon the Loporits to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Atheris, and learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Rislin, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek thee out the distressed and the apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, that I might introduce each to a suitable Loporit. Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Loporit and every Loporit in their place. Oh, we're on Sage Council. Let's see. Sage Council. Oh my god. Why is it so long? So so long. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on, I'm trying to... There we go. We have... Oh, I can't even explain it. Just look at it. That's what we need to get to the end. It's like this final leg. They just like... What? I put it in the server. It's in the Discord server. Ugh. I may need to try to find a way to slip in an extra Final Fantasy XIV stream at some point, because these quests are long. We've been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 6th quest for the day. For the day! For the day. It is... what am I supposed to be looking for? Seek out troubled souls in the Charlene Hamlet. 8 of them! By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Oh, do pardon me, I didn't see you there. There is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment, and if the hull I designed buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind. But that is highly unlikely. Yes, highly unlikely. Highly. Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? Why, that would be wonderful! I'm breathing more easily already. Oh, I gotta find 8 of these people. How might I help you? My, what a lovely idea! I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need only track down 100 or so cups. But don't worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer everyone up goes well. Oh, this woman is doing better than you are! Alrighty then. No, that's the Chocobo Keep. Ah, here we go. Concerns? Nay, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go that much slower. This woman seems to be coping well. Wait, so I still need to get 7 more people? Oh my god, this quest! Ah, ha! The end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet I've never felt so alive! This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. Yeah, this is not going well. You! Yes, you idiot! Have you seen an envelope lying about? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt there'll be more help than you. And you've wasted enough of my time already. It would be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Loporrits. And I'm still 1 of 8. Still 1 of 8! The fuck is this, you guys? This quest is never ending. My face? What's wrong with my... Ow! Perhaps I am a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Loporrits in our discussions is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps their biology itself might offer some clue as well. You better not go just dissecting those Loporrits now. Yes, F-bombs! F-bombs! Consult our collaborators. I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips, should the ether burner make our original estimates unfeasible, but there are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, slamming desk! Is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void sense played it as a piano. My feet and knees are drums and cymbals too. The Gleaner seems fine, if in need of a break. Oh my god, this quest! Stop! What am I thinking about? A medical facilities on a ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and chirurgeons, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us, to say nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. The crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? Oh, 4 more to go. 4 more to go. "56 bunches of weed in the ground, 56 bunches of weed, rip one out, add to the mound, 55 bunches of weed in the... Eep! I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear! I was in need of a little break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went on a walk, and then I noticed these weeds, and... pleasant conversations, partners, and oh, so fuzzy? Goodness, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Alright, come on, come on. Where are these last 3? Here's one. Blasted assistants. Where have they gone off to at a time like this? Beg pardon? But I have not the time to offer idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine. The Loporrits are willing to help. Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sods. Okay, slave driver. And just 2 more to go now. Oh my god! Oh! Just let me finish this quest already. Oh, there's one. Just leave me in my misery. The Forum can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with. Truly? Well then, there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. Alright. Oh, this last one is gonna be the worst. He's around. We'll see him eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll find Sid. We'll see Sid eventually. Here we go. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have doubt that we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the Forum, but they will only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on gods know what made by gods know who. You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing. I hope they like questions. Alright, finally. Behold, Rislan, though through thine efforts word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos. Verily, to a far greater number than we anticipated, Living Way doth gather more Loporits as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. Okay. Oops. Oops. Yeah, but I didn't. Oh, good. I get a break. Oh, shit. Okay, I get a break from
Lively, isn't
breathing.
it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends on the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled fields to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, pretty. Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, I am.
Wilson and Moenbryda, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moenbryda's parents.
Oh boy.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Moenbryda and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Alfei, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Oh boy.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
Bear hug.
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Moenbryda.
I truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief.
That's ugly
Even
cry.
now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Moenbryda. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
No!
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
Moenbryda means Moon's bride. Stop it.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
I do like how they finally gave Moenbryda some sort of justice. Like, they didn't forget about her. She is part of the story. I'm actually very, very happy about that. Oh, Rislin, be assured that I am fine. I am. Well, glad to see them, too, after so very long. Gladder still that was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, would have been far harder had I faced them alone. Okay. I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to call it here. I think that was kind of a good place to call it.